Next tonight, dozens of Conservative MPs are calling on the Prime Minister to give extra funding to debt-ridden councils across England. It comes as many are consulting on deep reductions to budgets, as well as raising council tax. Our consumer editor Chris Choi reports from Hampshire, where there's already anxiety about the coming reductions.
In Hampshire, the county council faces £132 million in savings, and community transport is one of the cuts proposed. Ted relies on it to see his wife in a care home 6 miles away.
If I lost this service, I'd be shattered. Well, that means everything, you know, and I might as well throw the sponge in if they're going to start changing my life like that. It's my life, and Maura's life. Will they being able to see each other, there's no point either of us going on, you know.
High inflation and increased demand for services has devastated council budgets. Across the country, council cuts are coming, and many community groups like this fear that the most vulnerable will be hardest hit. Hampshire Council told us it will always meet its legal obligations and prioritise the essential. But councils face tough financial decisions, and it's hard to put a price on moments like this.
God bless. All right? Everything all right? Good girl.
There are proposed transport cuts around the UK, including in Swindon, Woking and Hampshire, involving the entire community transport budget. For Havering, Shropshire and Kent, it's some travel for children with additional needs. In Rhondda and North Lanarkshire, it's about reducing home-to-school transport.
What this means is actually there are people who have access needs who are just not going to be able to get out of their house. They're going to be isolated at home.
This pensioners' get-together in Hampshire is only possible thanks to community transport, and they're worried.
I wouldn't like them to take the buses off because it's a way of getting out, and also I'm meeting lots of friends that, you know, otherwise I'd be sat in my flat.
Well, I think it's disgusting. They're on about caring for people, especially elderly people. And the bus, well, I don't know what we'd do without the bus.
Hampshire's proposed cuts are now out to public consultation. A similar process is happening in many areas as councils head towards some of the deepest cuts for decades. Chris Choi, ITV News in Portsmouth.
Well, our Deputy Political Editor Anushka Astana is in Westminster. Anushka, you've been looking at the issue of council funding, I know. Is there any government help or support on its way?
Well, the government has an opportunity to provide councils with extra support in early February when we get the local government settlement, and they have been under a lot of pressure. Sometimes Rishi Sunak, when asked about councils, blames opposition parties for running councils badly. But Mary, as you pointed out, many Conservative MPs are now ramping up the pressure. There was a letter from 40 of them saying that their local county councils are really struggling right now. The lead signatory, Ben Bradley, is an MP here in Parliament, but also the leader of Nottinghamshire County Council. I've been talking to him. He says the pressures are huge. And, you know, just on a political point, do we really want to be forcing councils to close libraries or to shut youth services in an election year? The County Council network is quoted saying there's going to be a £4 billion shortfall over the next 3 years. Now, speaking to sources in government, I think that there is a very good chance they're going to increase the money in that local government settlement, but that they're talking about hundreds of millions extra rather than the billion that some people say is needed. However, I do expect there will be some extra help.
OK, Anushka Astana in Westminster there. Thank you.